to? Know you not what time of day it is?
We pray you pardon us, Mother. Our room grew most warm in the scorching summer, so we came down to cool ourselves. Nothing more.
Nothing more?
Hi, Mama.
Truly?
Truly, Mama.
Aha! You lie! Now! One of you speak the truth now, and the whipping shall be gentle.
We pray you spare us the whipping, Mother. We pray your forgiveness, but I'll have you know that this childish plot was created by Esam's fault.
What?
Yes, he came to me in the middle of the night and bid me come with him. And I knew not of his sinister intentions until he gave me the tankard with his bare hands.
No. This is not my Easton's fault, Mama. Pray you hear me. I were in a deep sleep, and Alex, he came to me in the dead of night and whispering to me.
No.
He say we creep down to the hearth and betray our poor Mama's heart, and he tried to give me the sign of the devil's
I
fault.
did no such
You
thing.
lied.
That
You
was me.
lied.
That's your storytelling. I'd sooner believe a boy crying wolf in the middle of the Boston harbor. Now, every one of you speak the truth. You were after a sort of ale, weren't you? Well, why hold your tongues? I'd be happy to serve you. Sit you down. What are you two be having?
Ale.
Coming right up.
So, how does your work fare, Mother?
Quite well, thanks for asking.
Anyone peculiar come walking through the tavern?
Nay, I'm still serving the same needle-headed fools. Why go and ask such a queer question as that?
It goes the whole town speaking.
Speaking of what?
About what the Tories declared just a fortnight ago. The whole town's in a stir about it.
The whole of the town?
Aye. Everyone.
And what does the town say?
They say there's trouble brewing.
They say the Tories will drive us from Boston.
And they say war's on the horizon.
And you two listen to such nonsense?
Tis not nonsense, Mother. William Edison told me so, and his word is sound as stone.
William Edison also told you Easton was covered in dirt and could be washed clean. That boy's word is brittle as a newborn chick.
They were noticing his words, Mama. His father works on the harbor.
Him onto the harbor and the truth share.
A whole lot of Tories coming off a big ship.
So William Edison tells you?
Aye, and others too.
Well, I have yet to hear of any disruptions in Boston, and no queer character has come round my tavern. Now, I bid you quit your restlessness and let no meddling words shake you, lest you go lying for sport like that William Edison.
But it be no lie, Mother. Miranda told a similar tale.
Miranda cannot lie.
I'd sooner believe a mouse or cat than Miranda. At least the mouse would keep you from trouble. I love her dearly, but that girl will have you dreaming of corruption.
But Mama, that's not
Miranda.
Miranda.
Hey, children, lay this talk of Tories and war to rest. Without thinking of such suspicions, you might come to earn a decent night's rest. All will be well. I wouldn't have it a different way.
Boston will be well?
Aye,
Truly?
truly.
And all our friends?
Aye,
Truly?
truly.
And then Miranda as well?
Aye, Miranda
And
as well.
Father, when he gets back, he will be well?
Aye,
Truly?
truly. 'Tis as I said, all will be well. Now, I bid you return to your beds. You've had your night's mischief.
Okay. Will you be coming to bed soon, Mother?
As soon as I wash my counters. Forgotten something, have you? Good night.
And I...
Take yourselves to bed. The tavern has shut its doors. Come back on the morrow at noon.
I come under orders of the royal crown. Now release your door.
Why do you come here? I know not what warrants this intrusion.
It is as I said. I come to Boston from Britain. I be an officer of the Royal Army.
Yes, I fathom that, but who bid you come here?
Are you not familiar with the decree made only a fortnight ago?
Aye, I heard of yet another act passed by the crown, but in all truth, I chose to neglect it.
Your speech is quite surly. Where is the owner of this property? Your husband? Perhaps he will lend a more capable ear.
Myself am the owner of this property. I am the only ear available. So you will take as much conflict as I give. Now, why do you invade my home?
Well, the decree you are neglecting is reason for me being here, ma'am. I require a temporary apartment. The Quartering Act warrants it.
Ah, the Quartering Act. I recall. Bucket of crap that is. I care not for the contention twixt Boston and the crown. Ever since some loggerheads wasted your tea, you've become a scaly bunch. I cannot have one of you sleeping under me roof.
Is that so? Where is your husband? I would sooner take conflict from him than a
For the
woman.
final time, this is my property. You will take as much conflict as I give. And as for a husband, I have none.
Then, how do you come to own this sale house?
My father. I was his only, and when he died, the tavern became mine. I, the Proctor Tavern, and that's me, Helen Proctor.
So, Helen is your name?
Yes, and what of it?
Well, nothing. I am Paris Hale.
I do not recall asking for names. Now, I bid you leave me be so I can get to working. Take your fancy quartering act and go stay at William Edison's house. He'd relish rooming with you.
Look, you, I pray you forgive me for my initial surliness. I was simply doing what was bid of me to do. Now, I assure you that I come to you without bearing any thanks. Now, please, is there any way that we may not start off on a much loftier note?
I
am Paris Hale.
I heard the first announcement. Sit you down. Aye, you are a fribble. First you come a-barging in here demanding a better food of me, and then you decide to treat a woman with tenderness.
Is that not how all women yearn to be treated?
Yes, but you did so only once I bore my fangs. I should not have to go requesting respect, especially on my own property. It's not womanlike.
It is as I said, I do apologize.
Yes, and I accept it, Mr. Hale. You drink?
What type of man does not drink?
The clever ones.
You speak from experience, do you?
Aye. Remember me telling you my father used to own this alehouse? Well, he'd often indulge himself in ale and lay waste to himself with drink. I'd look after the place in his stead until he'd go back to Jesus.
Yes, the obscenity of a tavern does not quite seem the proper place for a woman.
I may have something a bit different down there, but I'm still capable of running this place just as well as my father once did.
Well, thank you. Will you not drink?
Nay, I hardly ever indulge myself in ale.
You are a strange one, yes. Yes, I've heard many a strange tale of women in the colonies from my fellow soldiers, especially when I was stationed in England. Yes, it's all law beyond here.
Is it now?
Oh, yes. I've heard a diverse bunch of myths, stories saying that you're either harlots or criminals, but you seem to contradict all that I've heard.
How's that?
Well, you are a spitfire.
I prefer to go without spitting. It's not ladylike.
And you see, that's what I mean. Well, that of course, and you are beautiful.
Surely you jest.
No, I do not jest. I do not want to be mistaken, and I do not want you to mistake me.
Are you simply pot valiant, or does this goodly speech have a value?
It is as I said, I do not want to be mistaken.
Well, apart from your scaly behavior of earlier, I must admit, your honesty has left me a tad softened. I'll abide by your silly little act. You may stay here for the time being. There won't be any more of the likes of you, will there?
As of now, nay.
I'll be showing you to your room then. You're fortunate we have a spare.
Are you not married?
I have children, two to be truthful.
I see. You are a fribble. First you act as though your heart is made of stone, and then you decide to reveal your tenderness to me.
Quiet your mouth, it'll be back on the streets. I bid you follow me.
mash, Mother. You'll be sitting in the cellar now.
Good then. Carry the hop to the loft. It's almost noontime. Dinner will be ready soon. Before you go, run to Paris's apartment and bid him come to me.
Aye.
It's the Sabbath. We're not opening our doors.
Well, it's not some crusty old drunk. It is I, Miranda.
Oh, unless you come, the door is open.
And why you hold that from me then?
I knew you'd come a barging in here without any manner. You still struggle with proper introduction.
Well, this is true. I pray your forgiveness. Good morrow, Helen.
Good morrow, Miranda. How do you fare?
I fare well, and what of you? I heard you were Tory in that spare apartment of yours.
Yes, that be true.
What's life like with a Tory? Is he kind to you? Does he speak a lay in ways to the colonies? Does he ever threaten your children?
No.
Oh. Well, then what sort of a Tory is he? I heard of the ones down in the barracks, and they aren't too kind.
He's kind to me. More kind than any man I knew. It's a shame. I could never find a more decent man than he.
Oh, Helen, I pray I had your fortune. I simply cannot choose.
Surely you cannot.
I'm grown weary of men throwing flowers at me feet as I come a-walking by. 'Tis so tiring.
Aye.
Well, you will not fathom what Benedict asked me earlier this morning. He bid me go on a stroll with him.
And what say you?
Well, I had to decline, mark this. He only seeks Betty's envy. He plotted to have her see me and him walking this morning. I saw him clear through like a bucket of ale.
Ale has an amber tint. That don't seem like clear sight to me.
I speak true. Oh, and mark this. Betty's been glared at me in church. Envy's a sin, you know.
I pray God forgive her then.
Good morning, all.
Good morrow.
Who is this young woman?
Go on.
Your name's Miranda.
Pleasure to meet you.
Aye.
Did the boys speak at dinner to ya?
Yes, they did.
Good then. Would you mind helping them carry the hop to the loft?
Aye, goody.
Oh, goody! Were you two in wedlock?
Nay, Miranda, it was only a jest.
Good then. That man is a smug bull fit for any woman. Well, he is me sweat like a stallion, and I speak true.
Follow your hate, Miranda. There be no interest from Paris in you.
Well, tear down my fanciful dreams then. Oh, isn't it you done on a Tory?
Well, yes, I do.
Oh, Helen, I smile at the sight of you, Doden. And I pray every night God deliver you, but Paris allies with the crown, do you not fault? And what about
I do
Alexander?
not fault anything. He stayed with me 8 days now and showed me more kindness than the whole of Boston. Can I not dote on the giver of such prodigious affection? Judge me not.
I judge you not. I worry for thee. I pray your life does not become the center of some obscene scandal, is all.
I thank you for your worry. I truly do. My doting is only such. Doting. His stay is only temporary. I do not plan on marrying him. Why not?
Aye, I shall worry no more. You have me word.
Your word is worth much as a fish to the ocean. Will you be joining us for dinner?
Oh, nay, I cannot. John is meeting me down at the harbor. I would like some ale, however.
Ale. You still choose to drink on the Sabbath.
The Sabbath is just a fancy word for another day. Fill me tankard to the brim.
Aye, I hear ya. Boys, I bid you come to me. Dinner is ready. Alex, throw the water in that bucket out and Esom sent me clothes out to dry.
Tomorrow, Miranda.
Oh, good morrow, Esom. That boy likes me, he does.
Yes. Don't go wounding his heart.
Oh, I will do no such thing. He is a bit too dark for me. What shade do you think our babies be?
Bid you of the harbor, Miranda.
I'm going. I'll be back on tomorrow.
No!
She is awful queer.
Believe you me, some days I cannot fathom her. Sit you both down. Are you have an appetite?
I do.
Stop you! What nonsense is that? Give your thanks to God.
Thank you, God.
Carry on that way. That stew will surely rebel your stomach.
Oh, leave him. How else is a man to eat?
Good then. It's the Sabbath. We're not opening doors.
Father! How do you fare? Well, now that I see you again, I fare well. And what of you, my son?
All is well, you've returned.
Aye.
It's just as you said.
Yes.
What dinner is there?
Oh, Mother's made stew and tarts for after.
I look forward to it. Well, don't stand so dumb, Helen. Serve me.
The stew is in that bowl.
Ah, good then. Where be the tarts?
The oven.
Ah, good then. Fetch me some ale.
You ignore me?
I shall not acknowledge a lowly Tory.
No, Father, mark this. Paris is a kind Tory. Some days he takes
Silence your childish nonsense! Any Tory be a hellish Tory.
Only your kind would know the looks of hell's bowels.
You wish to test my familiarity with hell?
I only wish for you to be civil.
I'll be civil as soon as you and your devilish crown are ripped from this
Stop
world!
this! I will have none of this intrusion. Alex and Isom, I bid you go to your room. Why do you stare at me so?
You have filled my ears with lies.
Whatever she told you weren't true.
You
I
said that...
know what I said. I spoke in truth. Now, I bid you place away your anger with me and wait outside. I need to speak with him. Alone.
Very well.
Did you mourn my absence?
I
Helen. Why do you flee from my touch?
do not flee. The floor is sullied.
No, I cannot blink it. Have you gone daft with sloth?
I have gone daft with solitude.
I thought my return to be the cause for more joy.
As do I. But can a moment of joy for this 18 a month, your departure?
I share in your hurt. The separation is many a nail in my heart, but I beg you, rejoice in our reunion. Time will sear us no more. Enough! No, I'll not have your contempt. Why does my son rush to me when my wife only seeks to shame me?
I do not shame you. A person bids their own shame. I only wonder why you choose your return now.
It matters not. Hell is upon us.
In what way?
Know you nothing? Cannot blink it any longer. A Tory is beneath this very roof, and many more in all of Boston. This country is bounding towards war, fast as the devils descend to hell, and yet you play yourself
I
blind.
know the black state of things, but I still know not why you reveal yourself with such innocence. I thought you dead. You said you were going to New York for talk of revolution, and yet you return without having said no letter, no mark of your life. Well, I suffer under thoughts of your silent passing.
I pray your forgiveness, I do. I know you worry so.
I do not worry for myself. I worry for our son, who every day looks to you.
I pray your forgiveness, I pray. But now is not the time for quarreling. I speak true when I speak of war. Talk is all about, especially with the people of Boston suffering under the boot of the crown. No, I return to you because I fear for the safety of both you and our son.
Truly now.
Now I bid you, pack our belongings and make the pilgrimage with me to Providence.
What nonsense is this?
'Tis not nonsense! We shall flee Boston.
Then flee where? If Providence is dead here, where does it live?
Pennsylvania. There'll be delegates from all colonies there trying to sort through this madness. If war is to strike, we should best brave it there.
Pennsylvania is many a mile away. Must we leave?
We must, and we will. Now I return to you to pack our belongings and bring us to safety, and you will come. We shall never know solitude again.
What am I to do?
You will do as I say.
have shot you. Why do you not faint?
Alex, I'm tired of this game. Why must I always play Indian?
Well, I cannot play Indian. Good morning, Mr. Paris.
Good morning, Alex.
It's still early, but when noon comes, shall we go to the market?
Nay, I cannot. I am to meet my fellow officers.
Oh, I see.
Slave, would you fetch us a tankard of ale?
Ethan, go get him some ale. Oh. Are you and Father friends?
Do ever God and the devil dine with one another?
Well, I suppose they do not, but they once did they not?
You do speak true, but you will soon come to learn that all hope in this world is equaled by despair. Miracle and disaster both loom alike. Have you lost your sense of arithmetic? I count one person more.
I'm sorry.
Nay, do not strain your thoughts any further. He will have what remains of mine. Now, here, I bid you stand there. Why do you not entertain us? I bid you sing one of your Barbados songs.
I cannot utter a single note,
Oh,
sir.
well, surely you can. Come, I've heard a slave sing many a times. Go on, then.
Do not stand so dumb. He bids you to sing.
I swear I cannot sing.
Enough! Now, here, I bid you hand this tankard over.
Ethan, I bid you hold this tankard to my lips so I may drink. I bid you do it.
Stop you! What nonsense is this? What say you on this, Alex?
We only bid Ethan sing.
That weren't singing. Treating her like a house slave for sport. That be singing now? I bid you go outside and pray his forgiveness. Then you two will tend to the fire of the brew. I will deal with your foolishness another hour. Have you gone daft?
I pray your forgiveness. I thought he is a slave, so I asked him to sing a Barbados song.
He be no slave from Barbados. I did not purchase him as I would a sack of flour. I found that child abandoned in some black night, crying out for mercy no one was given. And with God, my witness, I have cared for him since. He been raised no different than you or I. That boy is family.
Oh, well, is that so?
What demon ails you? Your tone of me is steeped in wine.
It is not a demon so much it is a blemish on my conscience. Your family is larger than you first told.
You are mistaken. Then there is no family. I. Together we only bring a child into this world. There be no wedlock.
Then why conceal him?
For not concealment then, I thought him dead. But even if I knew the precise hour of his reappearance, it would matter not. I do not love him.
Helen, do you tell me true?
He even bid me go to Pennsylvania with him. However, I think I will not.
Surely women lust for such confidences. You are a true marvel, like that of the three brave men of the fire.
Thank you, but I'm no marvel such as that. I'm only a woman.
You are a woman unlike any other.
I put on my cap and petticoat just the same.
But there be so much more to you than that. There be so much sensuality and passion behind that delicate face of yours. Why, if a man holds up the earth, then surely a woman must hold up the moon.
Surely a woman gave birth to such a man to begin with. Wait. Do not wish for my children to see.
Aye, then let us go where they cannot.
Helen! Oh, Helen! Helen, where are you? I said I'd be back on the morrow, and here I am. Helen?
And I.
Helen! Oh, Helen, where are you? You scare me popping up like some ghostly thing. What say you to that? Will you not answer me? Has something gone on that I not know of? Oh, I see that you flourished, did he not? Oh, speak true, Helen. Was it like a breathing dream? I bid you answer me. You and Paris lie together, do you not? Oh, Helen. I almost cannot fathom it. He had his way with you!
He did.
Oh, that's a good thing, is it not? Helen, some hide behind drink, but you hide behind broom. I bid you stop!
Do not touch me! I shrink from your touch. I'm sullied.
Helen.
Bid him only give me a soft word, a kiss. Not much more. Said nay. I suppose halfway through it, I turned. I did not fight, and I fathom it. I truly do, Miranda. I fathom it. You were not at fault. My own mother past given life to me, and I know not why my father hated me so. Not until Alex just idled in my belly that I knew it. I pray every night that Alex come to me, a boy. I pray. Because what good is a woman? I fathom it now, Miranda. A woman chooses her own suffering, and she lets it inside her, whether it be familiar or foreign. She settles for it. She settles. And I am a woman. I am no different. I settle.
Helen! Fetch me more ale.
I think it best you retire from this. This be your fifth.
I think it's best you obey me.
Why do you drink so? Has something happened that I not know of?
Aye. A great pain is walking me, Helen. For I've gone and lost something so near and dear to me that my insides shudder with the thought of it.
Well, what is it? Perhaps I can search about and find it.
I've lost you. What say you to that?
I'd say you are mistaken.
Is that so? No more drink. We shall talk.
And talk of what?
You and I.
What is there to talk of?
As I said, I wish to talk of you and I. Can you fathom that? You and I?
Fine. What of us?
What is your understanding of me?
What nonsense is this?
'Tis not nonsense! I only wish to hear your honest thought, and I know you will tell me true. Now, what is your understanding of me?
I understand you to be the father of my only, and a good man at heart. I truly do.
Go on.
I know not what else must be said.
Do you love me?
I beg your pardon?
Hear me! Do you, Helen, love me?
I do. I do love you.
Why do you falter? If you falter, then you do not speak true, and that is all I ask of you. Speak true!
How can I speak true when I must suffer shame for my honesty?
You told me yourself a person bids their own shame.
Yes, and I shame myself for the truth I bear.
Then it is a lie. You do not love me.
How can I love what I cannot lay eyes on?
Cease this foolishness! You love me then, and you love me yet. Well, I spent many a night away from you, and my love for you has never waned. Do not play yourself any differently.
I play myself no different from you. The crosses you and I bear were far from the same. When I bore Alex outside of wedlock, I was the target of shame and ignominy, while you pranced freely from colony to colony. Yet with your time away, you knew not of the trials and tribulations I bore through, unaccompanied.
I have only ever left with you and young Alexander in mind. Do not draw me so selfish. You act as if life has always treated me with comfort.
And who is the judge of discomfort? A man who knows it not, or a woman who lives it?
Know your place, woman. Do not give me such surly speech.
These speech of my heart were always surly to you.
Because you speak as a selfish harlot would. Now, I have done naught but given you the respect of a proper good wife, even without wedlock, and yet you treat me so. You shame me, yet I have only ever loved you.
No love could cause the sun to shiver.
I bid you be silent. End this heartless speech. I know not what warrants such bitterness from you. You love me yet, and I know it in confidence. Notwithstanding there be no wedlock, I know it. Notwithstanding your frigidity, I know it to be so. For even with the passage of time, you love me yet. Now confess it. Confess!
I do not! I could never love such a volatile presence, and I could never give my heart to a fair-weather husband.
Then it is I who does the devil's work, and you be my saint. You seek to expel him from me by speaking true, and let us speak true. I know of you in the Tory.
I know not what you mean.
I grow tired of this evasion. If you will not speak the truth, then I shall pry it from you using God's fingers. Alex!
Yes?
Stay you there. Now tell me, did you have your way with the Tory?
I did not.
Did you have your way with the Tory?
I did not!
I see. Alex, tell me once more what you lay eyes on this morning. Do not look at her! Tell me.
Well, I saw Mother and Mr. Paris kissing.
Yet you did not have your way with him.
I did not.
Enough! You've forsaken the love we share, and I truly cannot fathom it. Were I a childless Alex, I would perish of your neglect. I have done naught but seek to defend the sanctity of this house. I only pray for its peace and tranquility, and to see my young babe able to walk like a man. In this hellish time I have remained devoted to you, and my mind has never strayed from your needs. My world is you. I only draw breath for you. Yet you martyr and you shame me. Why? What say you to that, Helen?
I'd say you've stolen my profession.
You will give me respect.
Earn it.
Stop it!
Silence, child!
So you would strike me before the eyes of your own child?
Ah!
Where did Father go?
I'm not. I would ask God myself, but I fear he is angry with me. Where is his son?
He's in bed.
Good then. I bid you return to your beds. I need you to add yeast to the brew.
No.
Alex, do not play such games.
No, woman! I want to see Father.
I spoke true when I said...
But you are a liar. You lie to Father.
Alex,
Tell me where he is.
I know not. Go to bed.
My mother,
Away with you!
Good morning.
Why do you sit here? Have you nothing better to do outside of our home?
Helen bid me come here. She says 'tis almost time for supper.
And so she speaks now.
As for now, yes. This will be the third day that she's held her tongue. She is a fiery woman.
Do not speak so kindly of her. She will surely burn you.
You still cannot be civil.
Civility means nothing in hell.
Oh, well, if this gentle speech be held, then I pray I one day reach heaven's doors.
Scum like you will never know of heaven.
Aye, then neither shall you. You who cry out that the side I stand for is aligned with the devil. You only soothe yourself, you who claim not to do God's will. You... Helen, shall you speak?
What a dinner. This table is as bare as though we were beggars.
There will be no dinner. We will talk.
After 3 days of silence, you suddenly bid your women speak? You capricious whore!
Silence! You let her speak.
You do not order me as you would a woman. She is mine!
Stop this! Now, we will speak, or may God smite me where I am.
Very well. What shall we speak of?
Paris, you must leave here. Now.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's as I said. I bid you leave at this very moment. Now.
Helen, I know not why you speak this way.
You are a detestable man. I have seen you through smiles and treachery, and I will play your game no longer. You do not love me. You love whatever visions come to you at night. I cannot turn myself fanciful.
No, Helen, I truly do love you. Why, if this man here has planted seeds of suspicion within your thoughts of me, I pray you rip them from your mind now.
You've planted your own suspicious seeds. Now leave me be.
Very well. If I must leave, I shall leave. But Helen, I pray that you come with me. Helen, I care only for your safety. You will be much safer in my arms than his. Oh, Helen, war is nigh, and the crown will prevail. Helen, I have known...
Be gone!
After all I've done for you, you would turn from me? After all of the delicate kindness and affection I've shown you, you would shatter it and cut into me? I am required by law to remain here, and yet you would send me away? Well, surely this is a jest.
This be no jest. Do not mistake me.
You mark this woman. When we ride into Boston atop a pale horse, I will find thee. Believe me, this tavern is the first thing that I will burn down. You beware my words. Do not mistake me.
I was first unaware of your intentions, but now I know it. You've done away with your foolishness and repented this 3 day. I know it. And I forgive you.
No. You must leave as well.
You pull away from me yet? Do you mean to incite my rage?
Aye, and you can rage about outside, because just as Paris has, you will leave.
I shall do no such thing.
Yes, you will. You do not own this property, not a lick of it. So be gone.
I do not own this land, Helen, but I own you. You are mine.
I am not yours. I am not Paris's. I am no one's. I am not land, Alexander. I am a woman, and I am my own.
And what is a woman worth but on her own? You wish to stand so tall, yet if you go such a way, you will surely fall without my support.
What support do you speak of? You leave and return. You leave and return. You leave and you return. There be no support unless it is I who am not feeling it.
Then you be an ungrateful woman, Helen.
No, I am not ungrateful. I am exhausted.
Exhausted of such luxury?
If you give suffering the name of luxury, you've truly gone daft.
Helen, we have to go to Pennsylvania together. You can own another tavern there. Is that not what you want? Why do you thwart me if I return like some crazed chapel ghost?
Because I cannot go with you and rest soundly knowing I will continue to suffer for both you and I.
You do not know the cross that I bear.
Because you have none! I carry your burdens for you and I am exhausted from its weight. I will feel your pain no longer. And if as a woman that I perish alone, so be it. I will gladly face this coming war without you. I will stand myself in the middle of the street and be trampled by thousands of horses of war. I will gladly let my flesh burn as my tavern goes up in flames. And I will swallow whatever bitterness and anguish I have, and whatever intolerable act must be passed next. All if it means that my suffering is mine, and mine alone. I will suffer under you no longer.
Very well, then. I shall pine after you no longer. And I shall leave after your dearest hope. But I will have my son.
No, you will not.
If I am to leave, he shall come with me. I'll not leave him here with you to be trampled underneath the crown.
You will not.
I will.
Wait, you. He will be a man soon. You will ask him to make this decision as a man. And I will respect it, whatever it may be. But will you?
I shall.
Truly?
I said I shall.
Good then. I will fetch him.
You will not. Alex!
Is supper ready?
Nay, come here.
Well, Mr. Paris said that supper was
That is
ready.
not. No. You know we have to travel to Pennsylvania, do you not?
Yes, are we not?
Alex, I bid you listen to me. Your father and I think it best that I remain in Boston.
So are
Child, listen. Now, I cannot make the pilgrimage to Pennsylvania, but you still may. You have a choice to make, and you may do as you please. Do not think of me or your father. It will not pain either of us. Simply do as you wish. You may go to Pennsylvania with your father and spend a great deal of time with him.
I'll teach you many new things, and you can finally see what lies outside of Boston.
Or you can stay here with me.
The choice is yours.
What will you do if I...
Nay, do not think of me. Do as you wish.
I want to go with you to Pennsylvania.
Very well then.
I bid you pack your things you wish to bring along in a poke.
Are we to leave immediately?
Aye.
Can Easton come?
Nay, I shall only bring you. Now, bring your things.
Yes, sir.
It is done.
If he is to leave with you, I wish to say goodbye to him alone.
You may do it in my presence.
Nay, if he is to go, then I wish to speak with him alone. I beg of you.
Very well then. I truly loved thee, Helen.
And I did once as well. All will be well. All will be well. All will be well. Boston will be well. Miranda will be well. Mason will be well. I will be well. Alex. Will Alex be well?
I will be well, Mother.
Truly?
Truly, truly.
Go on then. He's waiting for you outside.
Mother, will you be well?
Yes, I will. When you return, all will be well.
Truly?
Truly, truly. We wouldn't have it another way.
Goodbye, Mother.